Biography, net worth, and lifestyle of Mark Wiens. Mark Wiens is right up there among the world's most popular food vloggers. His YouTube channel is home to 6.72 million subscribers and generates 1 billion views. On his channel, the vlogger entertains audiences with videos on delicious street food and travel tips. The full-time traveler eater resides in Bangkok, Thailand, but he travels around the world to consume delicious food and share his experiences. Wiens was born in 1986 in Phoenix, Arizona, in America. He doesn't remember much about his early years, but he remembers his mother telling him about his love of eating rice from the beginning. When the vlogger was 5 years old, his family relocated to Albertville, a small town in southeastern France's Alps region. This was his first trip outside of Hawaii and Canada, which he had visited several times to see relatives. His family relocated from France to Tandala, a small village in the northwestern Democratic Republic of Congo. DR Congo was a foundation, a learning experience of culture, food, and friendships for him, even though he was quite young at the time. Slingshot hunting for random birds with a few friends was one of his favorite activities while living in the jungles of the Democratic Republic of Congo. After shooting a bird, they would then build a fire, roast it, and eat it, usually only a few bites at a time. DR Congo was once one of the most beautiful countries in the world, but the country and its people have suffered as a result of irresponsible leaders and mismanagement. Wiens and his family were forced to relocate to Kenya in 1996, right in the heart of Nairobi, the country's capital. He attended Rosslyn Academy from the 5th grade until he graduated from high school in 2008. Wiens admitted that despite not being a huge fan of school at the time, he wouldn't trade his time at Rosslyn for anything. Friends he had, some of whom he still knows, teachers, and the quality of his education all contributed to making this period of his life memorable. He had no idea what he wanted to do after high school. It was common practice to graduate from high school and enroll in a university. Despite having no plans, Wiens returned to the United States and enrolled at Arizona State University. During his 4 years at university, he met some incredible people from all over the world and had a great time. But he also had a strong desire to keep going and to see more of the world. Wiens graduated from ASU with a degree in global studies in 2008. But even with the diploma, he had no idea what he wanted to do. He simply knew that sitting in an office was the last thing on his mind. Wiens worked full-time during university and sold a lot of stuff on eBay and Craigslist. While paying his university tuition, he also tried to save as much money as he could. So, when he graduated from university, he had some money saved and the luxury of being debt-free. The YouTuber traveled to South America a month after graduating. Argentina, specifically Buenos Aires. This man's goal was not simply to travel and party, but to learn, eat, and experience what it was like to live in that country. To learn how to teach English, he decided to enroll in a TESOL course. Wiens reasoned that if he could teach English somewhere in the world, he could live and work in another country. The 1-month course went well, and Wiens received another certificate of completion. But the problem of not knowing what he wanted to do remained. He spent the next few months traveling through Argentina, Uruguay, and Chile before returning to the United States for his sister's wedding. When he returned to America, he brought with him all of his vivid memories of South America. He decided to start a blog because he thought he could just post some photos and experiences to share with his family and friends about the people, the food, and the breathtaking Torres del Paine. In the beginning of 2009, after about a week of mental strain and having no idea what he was doing, Migrationology.com was born. He did, however, eventually create a website and publish his first few articles. The name Migrationology came from the idea that it would be about travel, but not just travel experiences, such as food in his case, and not just rushing from place to place or taking a quick vacation, but rather local immersion. He bought a one-way ticket to Bangkok about a month later, with no plans after that. Mark spent the next 6 months traveling throughout Southeast Asia, both with a friend and by himself, soaking up as much as he could and loving every bite of food he could fit in his stomach. He fell in love with Southeast Asia and began blogging about it when he had access to the internet. which she didn't have at the time. When he was in Southeast Asia, he received an email from a friend back in Nairobi, informing him that he was coming over. He was making plans by the day at this point, so he decided to relocate to Bangkok, knowing he could get there from wherever he was in the next few months. He met up with his friend in Bangkok and did nothing but eat for a couple of months before realizing that both of their finances were nearly depleted. It was finally time for him to put his TESOL certificate from Buenos Aires to use. With his university degree and TESOL certification, he quickly landed a job teaching English at a private institute in Bangkok, and he signed a one-year contract. Joel, his friend, eventually got a job teaching English in a rural Thai school. Teaching English could have been a rewarding experience for Wiens, but it wasn't. The Thai students he met and connected with were wonderful, but he was not the type of guy who could sit in a classroom all day. Wiens worked alone for long hours in Bangkok, blogging and investing his time in online projects, all while living frugally and saving a significant portion of the money he earned teaching English. He also wrote a number of food-related books, including The Ultimate Eating Thai Food Guide, Hong Kong Travel Guide for Food Lovers, and 101 Things to Do in Bangkok. Mark's career as a blogger and author took off, and he began to make a decent living. Mark decided that he wanted to share more than just information and food pictures. After his incredible success as an author and blogger, he wanted to share the warm feelings and wonderful food environment, which he couldn't do with just blogs and photos. His short and simple videos of street food quickly became more than just a pastime. He got into vlogging and started a food channel on YouTube, and he hasn't looked back since. His vibrant personality complements the entertaining and informative videos he posts twice a week, making his viewers eagerly await the next video. His videos receive thousands of views within hours of being uploaded. After years of food reviews and tours, Mark Wiens opened a restaurant in Bangkok, Thailand, in 2019. The restaurant is only for those who enjoy spicy foods. However, he earns a substantial amount of money from his restaurant each month. Furthermore, his fans frequently visit his restaurant to sample his spicy dishes. Wiens met Yang, an incredible cook, traveler, and eater, while teaching and living in Thailand. They married in a Bangkok restaurant and feasted on southern Thai cuisine. Yang and Wiens now reside in Thailand, but they often travel in search of delectable cuisine. Before we go ahead and spill out the YouTuber's earnings, be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this one. Alright, let's get into it. Mark Wiens' net worth is about $4.17 million. This $4.17 million figure is based solely on YouTube advertising revenue. That is, Mark Wiens' net worth could be much higher. In fact, when considering the various sources of income for a YouTuber, some sources estimate Mark Wiens' net worth to be as high as $5.84 million. Every Mark Wiens fan wants to know, how much money does Mark Wiens make? Monetized YouTube channels earn money by playing video ads for every 1,000 video views. YouTubers earn between $3 and $7 per 1,000 video views on average. If Mark Wiens is in this range, then he earns $69.47 thousand per month, for a total of $1 million per year. Although he no longer has to keep strict track of his spending, Mark claims that his life isn't as simple as many people believe. He shoots videos 2 days a week, but spends up to 14 hours on his computer for the next 4 days, editing, marketing, and researching his next project. Be sure to check out your favorite celeb video here. See you soon!